Don't skip this. Have you ever truly asked yourself what makes a high-value man so magnetic, so respected, and so deeply admired, not just by women, but by society as a whole? It's not just about the money, the sharp jawline, or how many accolades he's racked up. Real attraction, lasting admiration, and deep emotional gravity come from within. High-value men don't just impress, they resonate. They carry a presence that is hard to ignore and impossible to forget. And according to Stoic philosophy, these men aren't chasing admiration. They live by virtue. Their charisma is a byproduct of deep inner work, clarity of values, and emotional composure. Today, we're diving into the 10 charismatic traits of a high-value man, Stoic edition. These are the traits that not only draw women in, but keep them coming back, fascinated, curious, and emotionally secure. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer vision of what makes a man truly magnetic. You won't need to chase. You won't need to prove yourself. You'll understand how to become a man who stands firm in his value, calm in his presence, and grounded in his sense of purpose. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button to support the channel and subscribe if you're committed to building your highest self through discipline, wisdom, and the timeless lens of Stoicism. Let's get started. He doesn't crave her attention. He commands respect through detachment. Let's paint a picture. There are two men. One is constantly checking his phone, anxious to see if she replied. He sends multiple texts, desperate for a response, hoping she's thinking about him. The other? He's focused on his purpose. He's building, evolving, and growing. He sends a message when he feels it's worth it, but he's not emotionally tied to her reply. He's not looking for her to validate his self-worth. Guess which one captures her attention? The Stoics believed in emotional temperance, especially in romantic pursuits. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." High-value men don't chase, they align. They let attraction happen naturally. Their detachment isn't coldness, it's confidence. A woman can feel when a man is centered in himself and not moved by emotional turbulence. That steadiness? It's magnetic. He doesn't crave validation through her constant attention. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, his foundation is unshaken. He uplifts her with sincere, thoughtful praise. A man of value makes others feel valuable. That doesn't mean throwing out random compliments like confetti. It means seeing people deeply and acknowledging their virtues in a way that resonates. Stoicism teaches us to honor the good in others. Seneca advised that we should always seek to encourage the good in men by praising it. In practice, that means a high-value man notices and affirms the effort, intellect, and depth a woman brings. He might say, "I really admire the way you held your boundaries in that conversation." Or, "Your consistency in working toward your goals is inspiring." These aren't pickup lines. They're real observations. They show that he pays attention, that he respects her character, not just her looks. Women remember how you make them feel. When you uplift her with authenticity, you become a mirror that reflects her higher self back at her. That's powerful. That's rare. He embodies quiet confidence and inner calm. Confidence doesn't need to shout. It doesn't need to dominate the room. True confidence, the Stoic kind, is grounded in knowing your value and not needing others to validate it. When a man walks into a room and carries himself with self-assured presence, without being flashy or arrogant, people take notice. Women feel it. Men respect it. Imagine a situation. A woman catches your eye. You want to talk to her. A low-value man hesitates, overthinks, worries about rejection. A Stoic man remembers that only his actions are in his control. not the outcome. He walks over and speaks with calm clarity. If the conversation flows, great. If not, he stays composed. Confidence is not a performance. It's composure. And that inner calm, built through Stoic reflection and resilience, is what makes a man unshakable in a world full of noise. He treats her as an equal, not as royalty. Here's a common mistake men make. They pedestalize women. They treat them like flawless goddesses who can do no wrong. It seems romantic, but in truth, it creates imbalance and pressure. A Stoic man doesn't put people above or below himself. He sees others as fellow human beings, equally capable of reason, virtue, and responsibility. He respects her, truly, not because she's a queen, but because she's a person of thought, depth, and autonomy. When he's in a relationship, he expects partnership, not worship. He values her input, her perspective, and her strength. But he also expects accountability and honesty. This is attractive because it's grounded. It creates a relationship built on mutual respect, not fantasy. He listens with presence and intent. One of the most overlooked yet powerful traits a man can develop is the ability to truly listen. Not just hearing the words, but tuning in to the meaning behind them, observing tone, emotion, and energy. Stoic wisdom teaches us that being fully present, in this moment, right here, is the highest form of awareness. When a woman speaks and you are fully present, without trying to fix, interrupt, or dominate the conversation, she feels seen, heard, respected. Ask thoughtful questions. Reflect her ideas. Show that you care about what matters to her. Most men listen to respond. A high-value man listens to understand. He lives with passion and purpose. Stoics believed in engaging with life, not escaping it. While they were disciplined and emotionally tempered, they were also deeply involved in the world around them. A man who loves life, who has interests, pursuits, and a mission, is attractive. He's not sitting around waiting for a woman to complete him. He's already whole. He's moving. He's growing. And if she joins him, she's joining an adventure. Whether it's through his career, his creative projects, fitness, travel, or service to others, his passion breathes energy into every room he walks into, and energy is contagious. He controls his emotions, without suppressing them. There's a misconception that Stoic men are emotionless. That's wrong. Stoicism doesn't mean feeling nothing. It means being ruled by nothing. A high-value man feels deeply, but acts deliberately. He doesn't lash out when angry. He doesn't break down when disappointed. He processes emotions, reflects on them, and responds with maturity. This emotional control is rare, and it's deeply reassuring to women who often seek emotional safety in a partner. Think of it like this. You don't need to be a robot, but you do need to be the rock in the storm. He keeps his word and honors his principles. In Stoicism, your word is sacred. Epictetus wrote, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." A high-value man is consistent. If he says he'll be there, he is. If he sets a boundary, he holds it. If he makes a commitment, he follows through. This reliability builds trust, and trust is the foundation of attraction. When a woman knows that you are a man of your word, she feels safe, and safety is the soil where emotional intimacy grows. He seeks growth over comfort. A Stoic man is always evolving. He doesn't cling to old identities or stagnate in his comfort zone. He challenges himself, mentally, physically, spiritually. He reads, he reflects, he trains, he improves. Women are drawn to growth-minded men because they represent movement, momentum, possibility. And when a man invites a woman into his world of self-improvement, he's not just asking her to join a relationship. He's inviting her on a journey. He leads with integrity. Not ego. Lastly, a high-value man doesn't lead to dominate. He leads to serve. He doesn't manipulate or control. He leads by example. He leads through moral clarity and a firm inner compass. This kind of leadership is rooted in integrity, one of the Stoic virtues. And it's the kind of leadership that inspires rather than imposes. A woman can sense when a man is living from his values. She sees it in how he treats others, how he handles setbacks, and how he responds when no one is watching. That integrity creates a gravitational pull. Because in a world full of masks, the man who's real becomes irresistible. Closing, to summarize, the Stoic high-value man is not defined by flashy status or manipulative tactics. He is defined by his virtues: emotional resilience, authentic confidence, purposeful living, genuine respect, calm presence, deep listening, passion for growth, integrity in action. These are the traits that draw women in, not temporarily, but for the long haul. You don't need to chase. You need to become. If you want more content like this, focused on stoicism, masculinity, and becoming your highest self, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay grounded, stay growing, and remember, a calm mind is a powerful mind.